Okay.
Okay, we're
live.
live.
We're right
live
now.
on that.
We're going to do our marriage
Sweet.
mornings with y'all, but we have to wait till people to show up. We don't know what we're doing,
No, I
but
don't think you have to wait till people
we're going to
show up.
start recording because the recording, it doesn't even matter. I don't know.
This will be
what we're
the
doing.
10-minute podcast.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe you
'cause
can trim that to Instagram.
We can. It doesn't matter. I can do it on Instagram.
Okay.
Anyway, we're doing our marriage mornings live on Facebook now, and we're introducing something new.
That's right.
So, are we ready to record right now?
I believe so.
I am so hungry.
Hey, so hungry. Okay.
Never
All right,
mind.
there's one person watching. Hey, we don't know who you are, but we love you.
All right, so
We
are
love
we
you.
ready to rock and roll?
I think so. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello and welcome to Anatomy of Marriage, Marriage Mornings. I'm your host, Melanie Studley.
Good morning. My name is Seth Studley, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. And today is day 58 of the Infinity Day Marriage Morning Challenge.
And today's topic is Sexy Saturday,
That's
which
right.
it means a lot, and we'll get to what it means to in a moment. But before we do that, if you're new here, welcome. We have over 100 episodes of our podcast about all sorts of different topics, from sex and intimacy, family of origin, communication, all of that. And we made this podcast because so many marriage resources are not stellar and they're super boring.
Right.
So check
Not
those
stellar.
things. So check
We're
those things
stellar.
out. We're stellar. So check those things out. But today is a marriage morning, and what do we do every marriage
We do
morning?
4 things every single marriage morning. We start out with a prayer, meditation, because we want to be intentional. Then we do a past gratitude, something that I am thankful for that Melanie did yesterday, and vice versa. And then number 3, we do a future hope. I think I should know these by now. A future hope. And lastly, 4, we do a goal, a shared goal, something individual and shared. So let's start out. All right.
Wait, before we start, we are encouraging y'all to do these things with us. We don't do this because we're like weirdos. We do it because we want to encourage people to do this in their marriage. So pray, do the past gratitude, future hope, and goal with us. All
That's right.
here we
All
go.
right. Thank you, Creator God, for your blessings. Thank you for all the things that you have given us and opportunities. Thank you for giving us a growth mindset to take those opportunities, God. And I pray that you be with the kids as they go roller skating with Grandma. Help us to get a lot of stuff done today and be awesome today. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Thank you for going on a date with me last night. It was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. It was kind of chill, and it was fun. So I'm
It
glad
was
that we
very
got to
fun.
do that. Yeah.
You're welcome. My past gratitude for you is the same. Thank you for taking me on a fun date last
Right.
night. It was fun in so many ways. We had an adventure at the end there.
Yeah, that was
A future hope is that today we just get a lot of work done and it's fun. That we have a good day, it's
Yeah.
sunny, we can enjoy this day,
Yeah.
and nothing weird
And
happens.
Saturday, I hope to do stuff around the house and also some business stuff for AOM and get some plans.
My goal is to
Straightened
do
out.
those things. My goal is to get
And
work
that is
done,
my
like
goal.
get website stuff, talk to Kenan, all that stuff.
That's right.
So,
Another goal, we've been talking about foreplay a lot. I want to think about that and do that today. So
sounds great.
hope it
Seth
works.
is going to foreplay today.
I ain't
Just so
talking
y'all
about
know. So today's topic is Sexy Saturday, like we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really exciting because we actually partnered with the Ultimate Intimacy app.
That's right.
And they are sponsoring today's show.
Mhm.
So today's show is brought to you by
The
Ultimate
Ultimate
Intimacy.
Intimacy app.
And so it's an app you can get on your phone. I'm going to show it to you right here. And it is not weird. I promise you, it's not weird. It is a sex and intimacy app, and it's actually a game that is designed by my friend, my now friend, Dana Purcell. And it is...
Well, it's a game, but it also has a ton of other resources
It has
on it.
conversation starters. Let's go back. I just skipped.
So we don't want to talk about the whole thing. We just want to introduce the idea of the Ultimate Intimacy app to you guys. We encourage you guys to go definitely check it out. We're going to be talking about them basically every day, and we're not joking. Every single day, we're going to talk about the Ultimate Intimacy app. So go check it out right now on your phone. And we're also starting a new segment called Sexy Saturday, and we're going to talk about topics related to sex, topics related to intimacy, connection, pleasure, all kinds of other things. So Sexy Saturdays is going to be our Saturday
And
topic.
I want to say, we are talking about it and we're partnering with Ultimate Intimacy app because this is something that is really not stellar in our marriage. Like,
Right.
we have a very hard time scheduling sex. We have 3 kids that are like up in our business all the time. So making time intentionally for intimacy is really challenging.
Right.
So, and then actually, and a listener wrote in and was like, "Hey, you should like review apps and blah blah blah." So it's like perfect timing. It all sort of falls together. But this is our what's the word? It's not only is it something we think will be helpful for y'all, it actually is something that we have been wanting to do because we struggle in this area. We don't have great. It's not that we don't have good sex, it's that we don't have very intentional or frequent sex because of all of these different things.
Right.
And so we just thought this would be a fun thing to bring into the space, into the marriage space, in a healthy, good way that's balanced and not super weird.
Yeah, and we want to change the conversation around sex, first of all, for ourselves.
Yeah.
And today I wanted to talk about what Sexy Saturdays are going to be, and we're going to be intentional around changing the conversation around our individual sexuality, because we all have different sexualities, right? And
why are you reading so slowly? Please speak faster. Oh my gosh.
Okay, different things around individual sexuality and also sexuality as a couple. So we want to explore that, talk about it, figure it out for ourselves, and increase connection and increase pleasure. I think increasing connection is the main thing for me, and then talking about it is one way to do that. So
how about we talk about what our current, like, what is this, no, what's the word, like, what is a conflict, not conflict, what do you struggle with when it comes to communicating about sex in our relationship? I can answer that first if you want me to.
Go ahead.
So I'm just trying to share this with y'all because I am super uncomfortable talking about sex. I get pissed. Like, I don't like it when you want to talk about it. I get like,
when I talk about it?
Yeah, I get weird. Like, I get super weird and like irritated.
That's probably a barrier.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is a barrier, and it's not healthy. It's not good or helpful for our relationship. And I want to use this app, use this Sexy Saturday challenge to change my mindset about it, because I know that it's not healthy.
Yeah.
And I know that like our kids see some of that, because when you try to be like lovey to me, which it's not super often, but when you try, I get like, oh, leave me alone.
You get kind of rigid.
I get poopy pants real quick.
I'm thinking about this. Like, we've had a lot of conversations around sex and intimacy, and you've always couched it of like, okay, Seth doesn't do foreplay, so that's why X, Y, Z.
Oh yeah,
right?
I've always blamed you like 100%.
Like, literally, you have.
P.
Right. And that's not helpful. It makes me feel kind of like, oh, what am I doing wrong, blah, blah, blah. So really changing the conversation around, what is your idea about sex? Maybe it's like, oh, Seth doesn't have to do like more foreplay and be perfect at it. It's you have to change some stuff around it. And I'm not
it's a combination
sure
of both.
What that is. Well, yeah, I definitely can learn that better, but I think that as I learn that better, and as your brakes, remember we were talking about sometimes we don't have to like put on the accelerators, we just have to remove brakes and the accelerator takes care of itself. If you kind of remove some of those brakes that you have in your own mind, then my foreplay or whatever will be just like boom.
Yeah. So maybe that's the right way to say it. So let's think about, what are our mental roadblocks for better intimacy? That's what we're gonna wrap up with that question at the end. Remind me, what are our mental roadblocks to sex and intimacy, to better intimacy?
Right.
Because I think that is my biggest thing. Is it's not that. And when we say brakes and accelerators, we're talking about Emily Nagoski's book,
which we'll do a segment on Sexy Saturdays, but that's just a little.
But she talks about brakes and accelerators there. So if you want to learn more about that, you can read her book, which is amazing. But I think for me, the problem is that I have too many brakes, and it's a sensory thing too. Like, I'm super, I wish I wasn't, but I'm like super sensory sensitive to things like cold and light and sound.
Which are totally normal.
Yeah,
things.
But it really gets my brain out of sexy mode, and it's very frustrating, even to myself. It's extremely frustrating. So, so how do I remove those brakes so that my accelerators can fully accelerate and not keep me stuck blaming you for everything that is not going right in our sex life or whatever?
Yeah.
So what about you? Like, what are your mental roadblocks?
The mental roadblocks are around your roadblocks, because your roadblocks cause.
You probably have anxiety.
I have a lot of anxiety, and holy cow, this is a really good episode. It is, because your mental roadblocks have created anxiety around me because of so much rejection around that, and you telling me just do more, and
well, rejecting you and then like shaming you
shaming
for
me,
it.
exactly. Man, that's huge. Okay, we're gonna have a big offline discussion.
Offline, okay, 90s. Should we use it?
Oh no. Okay, look, we're almost
The
out of
World
time.
Wide Web.
But, however, so
we actually don't need to be out of time if we're not posting solely to Instagram. Sorry, we're working through our thing.
Well, this is going to go to Instagram too. So check us out. Go check out the Ultimate Intimacy app. Download it, and also hashtag Marriage Mornings. And I like Facebook Live. We have 3 listeners, so hey, 3 listeners. This is awesome. It's very encouraging. So thanks a lot. Send in your questions.
But before we go, like we said, I want y'all to think about what are your mental roadblocks to better sex and intimacy. Think about it and talk about it with your partner, and y'all are going to have an amazing day.
All right. Bye.